I got married. I had a whole life when I was with him. I lived in Kentucky because I met him in college before I moved out to LA.
Okay.
So we ended up getting a house, having a dog.
Wow. Oh my God, you did like the whole thing.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with you.
Stop, I'm obsessed with you. You're an icon in this space. I like literally have known your face since I started this. So
oh my God.
I'm honored to finally come here and see you in person.
Thank you.
Chat with you, you're amazing.
Oh my God, I love you. Literally every time I see your face pop up in a reel short, you are the most angelic, beautiful actress. Like I am so blown away by your performances. Like your eyes suck me in. Like I am a fangirl over here.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's been definitely very fun. I'm thankful for all the opportunities that I've had in it so far.
You've had some really cool roles here.
Yeah. Lots of fun, strong female characters.
Which is really nice and a nice movement for the space.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like when I first started, it was really, that wasn't ever a thing ever.
It's always like the little weak ingenue who needs that
Who
saving.
needs help or we're beating her down.
Yeah, and even when I first started them, I still got roles like that. And so over the last year, the transition into like stronger females has been so nice.
Is so nice. Would you say that you prefer acting in those roles as well?
I always, when I'm like picking scripts, I want something that like a character that I feel I can relate to. And I am a strong like woman. I try not to put up with things. I try and hold my boundaries, my place. It's important to do that.
Yeah, it is.
Especially in this industry because they will suck you up. So
for sure.
Yeah, so I want to portray and put roles out there that show others that they can be strong women too. They don't always need a man. They can be tall and strong and not like these little petite, like, you know, weaklings. And I want to, put that out there.
All different walks of life of a female lead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. I loved that. And Daughter of Zeus, you were so amazing. Was that one fun to shoot?
That was probably my favorite thing that I've ever done, like in the vertical space. That was my most favorite project. That one was insane because it was when like the torrential downpours were happening back in like, I think November.
Yes.
And so we were shooting on location
outside
every day. Yeah. And it was crazy because it was muddy everywhere. We were up in Santa Clarita.
Everything looks gorgeous.
Yeah, the cinematography of it, Dan Orad, their cam ops, and they're awesome. Their whole team, like Bryce, Porter.
Yeah, was it Bryce?
You know them?
I
Bryce,
love Bryce.
Porter.
He's amazing.
I love you guys so much.
Love you, Bryce. Miss you.
You guys, literally, they're so amazing.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
that's great.
Definitely one of my favorites I've ever done.
Yeah, definitely.
And she was so strong too. Like, even in her weak moments, she was strong and she stood up for herself and she never let anybody kind of walk all over her. And there were a lot of moments in that where she displayed that, and I was so happy to see, you know, her standing up for herself and not waiting for a man to save her.
Yeah, we don't need that anymore in this economy, girl.
Exactly, we don't.
I'm good.
And then, like, even thinking about it, I guess she never has needed a man to save her. She saves the man.
Yeah.
So I like that even more. She saves him.
I love that.
Like, it's very nice. Yeah.
Okay, so you've done so many amazing shows. I want to play a cute, fun little game with you, which is our emoji guessing game. So we'll have emojis, and then you can try to guess the title of your show through the emojis.
Okay, I love this.
Okay. It's kind of hard.
I know. I'm like, what are these? We're going to do rapid fire. I think I already know all of these.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's, number one, I think is True Heiress, saves high school. We have The Crown. We have what I think is a high school. And I don't know what the life float thing is in there, but I think it's about saving. So, and then two, that has to be Fix You. You know, Hammer, Broken Heart, Fix You. I don't
Classic.
know what three is. That one's Royalty?
Yeah, that one's
Crown?
I know the answer, and it does make sense.
Don't get married, Queen turns. Can I skip it and go back?
Yeah, you can go back.
Because I know these other ones for sure.
Maybe it'll help you.
Yeah, Love is a Dangerous Dance for sure. And then Daughter of Zeus, baby, Lightning Bolt, we love it. And then 6, I'm assuming is My Dark Romeo.
Oh.
A little bit darker, My Dark Romeo. But I can't for the life of me.
Yeah, 3, guys. Anyone in the comments, do you guys know number 3? Drop us a comment and let us know which one you think it is.
I can't figure it out. This is gonna bother me.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay, give me a hint.
Wedding.
Oh, Cancel the Wedding, Queen Returns? Or cancel the wedding. The bride regards. Queen moves on. Okay.
She got it. She got it. No, she got it.
Wait.
Got it.
Cancel the wedding. The queen moves on.
Yes, exactly.
Do you know why? Because before it was a different title for the
Classic.
entire time.
Honestly.
And then they put it out and it's different. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
So that's why. Okay, that makes sense.
So I want to get into the fun, juicy part of this podcast, which is so important. And we don't really talk about it much, which is mental health.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I know, you being a successful actress in this space and just you've been in entertainment for so long. You've gone through just the life of an entertainer.
Yeah, very true.
It's the grind of trying to do this thing while trying to be a human, while also taking care of your body, having relationships, and just existing as a woman is exhausting.
Very much so, yes.
And just showing up for so many people or whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
And I mean, the amount of like different journeys and ways to get through it. I have so many different things I've tried, things that work, things that don't. But I want to just chat with you a little bit about that. Like, what are some things that you go through that you want to share with some of the fans to illuminate this, and how do you get through it?
Yeah. Well, I will say this industry is very hard because of how closely our personal lives are with like our professional lives. I feel like a lot of other jobs, it's like you clock in, you do like your desk job. It has nothing to do with like you per se. And then you leave and like you can go do your own personal stuff. But I feel like with the eyes that are on us from this, like the type of work that we do, the access that we have to people, like it's not, or that people have to us.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. And it's stressful. And like you said, we have to worry about not only like showing up for ourselves in our work aspect, but also our personal lives. And I feel like sometimes you can get so caught up in the work and in these characters and these worlds that you forget to take care of like yourself and like, your personal life. But there's a lot to unpack, like to have to deal with, like mental wise when you're on these spaces. I guess like something that I really have tried to focus on, especially in the last year, is to set boundaries with other people. Like that is a very important thing, because we are in an industry where it's like if you don't set boundaries, people will usually take advantage of that in any capacity of the sense. But it's a very important thing to kind of know what your morals are, what you will not want to do, what you do want to do, and like have that, because people will try and like, just sway you one way or the other. And if you don't have that strong like moral compass of like what you are okay with, what you're not okay with, what you need, what you don't want to do, then you start to like lose yourself.
Yeah.
And I know that, I mean, the last year I've been very thankful with being able to, just stick with what I morally am comfortable with. But it's not easy sometimes, especially if you're just starting out and you're like, well, this is like the only role that I've been offered. And I don't like, I'm very conflicted between it. And it's like, in the end, our faces are going to be online forever. Forever
yes,
and ever.
They are.
And I think it's important to, yes, maybe this could be a great project, but I'm always like, if you say no, there will be 100 more yeses in the future. Like, you don't know when they're coming, but they will be there, and if you work hard enough at it, you will get something else. And it's like, don't give up like what you're comfortable with in exchange for something that's like very quick gonna happen, and it's like, at the end of the day, when you go home and you're laying in bed, are you awake at night like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
Right.
And now it's going to be everywhere and people are going to see it. And
Yeah.
it's like, you don't want to be in that position. And so it's not easy, but it's important to have like those boundaries and set those things for yourself.
Oh my gosh, I so hear you. Even with kind of backtracking with what you're saying, like starting out as an actor or being new in a job, whatever it is, whether it's entertainment or whatever field someone works in, you want to people please and, do a good job. That's just human nature. Yeah. But it's, even if you're experienced, it's almost like you don't want to then get fired or you don't want to disappoint. And then, so it kind of like doesn't really ever get easier in a way. Because like the more successful you get, the more like pressure also to do as well as you did on the last one or like
make the next cooler thing,
exactly,
like the crazier thing,
outbeat yourself every
exactly.
time. And that pressure is so heavy.
It is very heavy.
And even also kind of going back with what you're saying about being in the entertainment industry, I also feel like nowadays with our generation, it's a little bit of, you have to do so many different things, not just be an actress. Like you are an actor, but you also are a brand. You also have your social media.
That's another thing too with like mental health and like, I've had to struggle with this in the past with like wanting to post certain things because I know it'll get more likes and like more people will see it, or more like seductive things, because I'm like, oh well, people only like seeing that of me,
Of my body.
yeah. And it's a hard thing, like so many people go through this of
Yeah.
like being perceived when they post, and I still am like that too.
Every day.
Yeah, it's
every day.
I'm gonna post this and people are gonna perceive me, and like I have no control over how they perceive me, what they're like thinking about me, and it's like a scary thing. Like I've been able to thankfully be like, all right, post what you want to post. Don't feel pressured. Like don't feel like you need to. Don't feel like I need to gain followers. I need to do this, because there was a time when I was younger where I was like, I need to like be famous. I need to have followers. And now I'm like, the more pressure you put on yourself, like the more miserable like you are when you post and it's like not what you like want. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm very for post what you want now. Like people, your tribe will come to you. The people that enjoy you and want to follow you, they will come to you. And those people that are just there simply for like your looks, for your skin that they want to see, like those people will leave, and it'll be a better engagement and a better audience anyway in the end. But yeah, it's very hard with social media nowadays and how accessible you are to others.
Yeah, it's exhausting, and you feel like, I mean, I know I go through this a lot of times. So sometimes I don't have the bandwidth to respond to everything because I'm casting and then I'm acting and then I'm posting for my own joy. And I feel so much guilt if I'm not responding to every fan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shoot, I have a platform and fans and I should be grateful, and I am. But sometimes I'm like, I haven't like been with myself today at all.
Exactly.
And weeks go by and I'm like,
oh, I'm newer to having like a fan base, I would say. Like I never really had that in the past or anything, or people that are like looking forward to it, or like a fan page here and there. Like it's very new to me, and I appreciate the support and the love always. And I appreciate you guys so much for everything that you guys do. Like we wouldn't be in these positions without the support and the love. But I did have trouble at the beginning, like setting those boundaries of like responding to certain people, responding to every single person, or like not responding, and then them reaching out and being like, do you hate me? Like, why do you hate me so much? And then me feeling guilty for not responding. But it's just like, you have to have these healthy boundaries in place, and some people will try and cross them. And it's like, you can't feel bad for having that boundary with them, you know? And at first I was like, oh my God, am I bad person for not answering that back or not liking every single thing that they're posting about me? But it's like, we do have a lot, you know, it's this public persona, but there's also our own individual people in here that we have to worry about too. And so it's a really hard line that I'm still trying to kind of figure out and like balance.
So you've talked about boundaries a lot so far. So walk me through what a boundary looks like for you, if you're comfortable saying that, and just how you actually like follow through, because I feel like, you know, we all want boundaries, but you know, you get intimidated you feel bad, or like, you know, that instilled guilt that you carry. Like how do you navigate your boundary and stay true to it and just carry on?
Well, so I will say, I mean, I've been in this industry since I was about like 8. So I did more of the modeling side of things, like commercial work and stuff, never theatrical acting. Up until like last year when I did my first Vert, was kind of the first acting thing I did. And so at least for me, I had a great, you know, my mom was like my momager. She is a great, I love you, Mom, so much. We love supportive, you know, family. And so she always was there from like when I was young until like I turned, you know, 17, was able to kind of go do this stuff on my own. And she was always there to make sure, you know, things were in line. And so I grew up with like a person who always had like healthy boundaries set for me when I wasn't able to. And so watching her has helped me also, because I mean, when I first started these, there were 1 or 2 here and there where I was like, I would do something, I would leave, and then I'd be like, oh, I feel like yucky. I don't feel like good about myself, or just like the scene makes me feel sad. I'm thankful that we were just, you know, recreating something in the book and bringing it to life to help show, because in the end, Fix You is a great story about like people who are hurt, not even just internally, but physically. And like they come together and they like help themselves and they become stronger together. And so I appreciate that. And I like to bring stuff to life where it has like, you know, something like the context makes sense. That's a big thing for me. Context. But anyway, setting boundaries with that stuff. Sorry, going back to that. I've learned like I need to set healthy boundaries with myself and with others, because if you don't, they will walk all over you. And that's like, I felt that when we're doing these scenes, we're in that kind of emotional state, and at some point your brain just doesn't know what's real and what's not real. Like, you're physically doing these things, and it's hard. So everybody's boundaries are different. The extent of those boundaries are different for each project of mine. Like, if they want something like an icy scene in one context versus another context, like I might be completely fine with doing the same exact thing, but the contexts are different, and it's like, this doesn't make sense in this other one. Like, why would I do that there? So context is a big thing with like me defining my boundaries, and it's never like cemented. It's always changing, and it's okay to always change. Like, you can be okay with one thing one day and then literally not okay with it the next day, and that is all right.
Because that's human.
That's human.
It's human.
Yeah, you're
we're
allowed
never
to feel
just
different things.
Like, what I feel today is literally not how I'm gonna feel tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, our emotions are so up and down and just different. The weather changes, you feel different. It's a lot. And we're doing such intense content as well.
Yeah, and like, I love that we get to have like, you know, we get to do these amazing stories, and we get to have so much fun on set, and it's like, I'm so thankful to be in this industry. If it's really meant for you, it'll work its way out, you know, like you'll be able to compromise, you'll be able to talk things out. But and if, you know, they do release you, and then you don't have to feel that, like, I don't know, that ickiness of doing something that you're not comfortable with. And then you don't, the next day you could get a call and it's like, hey, we want you for this.
Like the better job. Exactly.
Yeah, and that's,
oh my God. That is something that I'm personally trying to implement in my life. If I am up for a job and I don't get it for some reason, whatever it may be, there's so many different things that are not even about you either. It's, if it was meant for you, you would have it. And if it's not, it's better that it's passing you, and just like accept that. And sure, it might be a little like frou-frou, like, you know, whatever, like woo-woo universe thing, but I'm sorry.
all woo-woo universe.
I'm woo-woo too. I'm very woo-woo. Do my journals. I do my manifestations. Talk to the plants. Like, I do the whole thing.
But that's also with mental health too.
You have to. Or else if you're just in your head, you go crazy.
And that's another thing too, with like, when we're doing these kinds of scenes and having all this craziness that happens to us, we're in these mental states. Like, it's so important to have stuff that you can utilize to like decompress at the end of the day, and to feel better. And like, it was wild. After I did that scene, I remember posting on my Instagram, I was like, I need advice from other like actor friends, people in the industry. Like, I need help with disassociating from like a scene, or like just like shaking it all off. And there were so many, like the outreach of people like just giving me recommendations. Not only was that amazing, but like just to feel that community, like people coming around you, or they're like, I felt this before. I never said anything about it, but I felt it. And I'm glad you said something about it, because now I can feel like I it's not just me, you know? And it's not just you. Like, it's okay to feel these things. And that's another thing. I'm like, as a human, you can feel so many different emotions at once. Like, you can feel like, yes, I want to do this, but also like, this isn't for me, and like have that conflicting emotion. Like, that's so common.
I honestly feel like that's even more common than not. I feel like it's more common to have conflicting dialogue in your head. At least I do this all the time, where I'm like having a conversation with myself. I'm like, I can't make a decision, kind of, where I'm like, oh, I want to do this, but it's actually not good for me, but then it'll help this, but then, and then you're like, wait, so what do I want?
And
like, which is it? You know, like, I'm all over the place over here. Do I like you? Do I not like you? How do you make me feel? Not good, but like, I'm supposed to like you, right?
No, it's, and that's okay. And I always say that, I'm like, allow these emotions to go in and out like waves. Like, you're not, and that's another thing too, when people are like with the disassociating and like decompressing after a scene, it's like, it's all right to feel these emotions, but also allow them to be like a wave through you. Like, allow it to, and then fill up that your space with more positive and like uplifting things. Cause you know, you just let it flow through.
Well, okay. So I have a question for you, because I feel like a lot of people, it's like, oh yeah, do more positive things that make you feel good. What are your recommendations for people that are like, okay, like, I hear you, but like, I don't know like how to actually like take action on that.
And like what to do.
Like,
well, some things that, I mean, at least personally for me, number one, I love to journal. I'm a big journaler as well. I think just getting it out, because I'm not a big talker of, like, I love my family, my mom and stuff, but I'm just not a big, like, I don't talk to people. Like, I don't know. I prefer to just write it down in my journal. And then because I like to look back at my journals, and I like to be like, all right, I felt this in this time. And then, you know, I got through it, and I'm stronger for it, and I feel better. So I think journaling for me, it really helps just to get all those feelings out and onto paper. But also, another thing that I love to do, I love to take long hot showers. I think that's just the stimulation of everything on your skin and that heat. It like something with your nervous system. It really just helps to kind of like shake everything out. Like also watching a nice like comfort movie or comfort film. I like to hike. So it's just like finding those things that give you endorphins and like make you feel good and like going out and implementing it. And it's not as easy as it is said than done, but I think it's important, like if you try to take the action, like to actually do those things, you know? But yeah, I really like to just go out and like hike. I think being out in the sun, getting vitamin D.
Nature.
Yeah, nature. It's where we come from. I am a very woohoo girl,
yeah,
so we love the veggies. But it's true. I do think a lot of people, like we are all just energy buzzing around, and it's important to go back to like where we came from. This is philosophical now, guys.
No, but it really is true, especially even like more so nowadays where like we're chronically online on our phones all the time for like the moment I wake up, I'm working or I'm on set filming around devices.
And that's what sucks about our industry is that we need to have access to phones and social media and like emails because that's how we live. Like other people in like different kinds of jobs like don't need that
to be like on their phone
constantly.
every 5 seconds.
Yeah, but it's like for us, that's necessary. Like it's necessary to be, you know, checking your emails because you could have something that'd be like rush casting, like I need this right now, right now, right now.
Yeah.
And it's like scary sometimes. I also think about this then, like if I'm out hiking for a whole day, okay, and I have no service and something like that comes in and then I lose it, it's like, all right, well,
meant for you.
It wasn't meant for me.
It's also a way easier way to live when you can kind of believe that. Even if you don't believe it, I'm telling you, if you just start lying to yourself about it, it just makes life a little easier and not as heavy.
Yeah, and I feel like one thing that people struggle with is like, say you audition for something and they choose somebody else. I feel like a lot of people are always like, oh, they didn't like me, but it's not you. It's like the performance. You know?
Literally, it's not even like actually you at all.
No, there's so many different things that go into it.
It's so not. Sometimes it's even a positive thing about you is why you didn't get it. Like literally, this happened to me this morning. I didn't book something because I'm really good friends with the director and he told me this. He was like, you know, okay, it was on a deal, whatever. He's like, you're not booking it. We want you, but you're not getting it because you are too like powerful and your aura's too bright. So sorry, babe.
And I'm like, a good problem to have. But
I'm like, okay, I could sit here, right, and be like, oh my gosh, this is a really cool role. I'm really bummed. Sure, but also I wasn't meant to be on that set.
Exactly.
I wasn't meant to do that. Another actress is meant to do that, and she's gonna do great.
And
it's meant for
so
her.
many roles, like so many things popping up. This is only the start, at least of like this vertical industry in like the west side, and so it's like. There are so many out there and you will find one. It'll be there for you. But yeah, I think that a lot of people do struggle with that. And
it's hard.
I've been doing this since I was 8 and I've gotten probably well over like 5,000 no's.
Yeah.
Like that's 18 years that I've been doing this.
It's really hard.
If I stayed on every single no, I would be so miserable. I would be so depressed. And you can't live like that. Like if it's a no, let it go. If it's a no, you let it go and you go on to the next.
Exactly. And it wasn't meant for you, like truly. I also feel like that even, of course, we're talking about specifically with acting, but even if you're talking about like relationships or like other jobs, it also works for everything too. If somebody doesn't like you, it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because it's just, you're also not their person.
Exactly. I did struggle with that a lot growing up. But now I'm at a point where I'm also in the same sense of like emotions come and go as waves. The universe has me like that. It's got my back. Whatever is supposed to happen to me, whoever I'm supposed to meet, whatever I'm supposed to do, anything in that kind of capacity, I just got to let it go with the flow, and trust in it. And I never am hard on myself when I lose something. I understand like you said, in any single like part of our lives, it's never anything that you do, it's always other people and like what they have going on. And so it's like, you could think that, I'm not a good actor, I'm terrible at this. And it's like, there's so many other things and you can't focus on that.
And it's so easy. It's so much easier to fall into the negativity trap and just like the self-hate and like the whole thing, whatever you're going through. It does take active brain work to go the positive route, but it is so much better on that side of it because I've very much been on both where, you have the self-hate thing, but then it's like then what?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with that?
Yeah.
Like, you're just miserable.
And that's why whenever people like have grudges or things like that, I'm always like, why? Because that's like you're causing
your
own
body,
misery.
girl.
Yeah, it's like those people probably haven't thought about this for years, and it's like it's still something
I
that's stuck on
know.
you. I think I was born with like a predisposition to optimism. I always say that.
Oh, that's so nice.
Because I tend to be like happier, more go lucky. And I'm thankful that I, grew up in a way that I was able to do that.
Yeah.
And but it doesn't mean that I don't see like the negativities of the world and like how things can bring you down. And it doesn't mean that I haven't experienced that, which I have very many times in life. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Especially this industry and how inconsistent and crazy it is. But I always try and think like how you think creates a reality. And so if you're always thinking negatively and like just sad, that's what you're gonna be like drawn to. And so it does take like that consciousness to be like, all right, I can either sit and wallow or I can figure something out. I can go do this. Like we have backstage casting networks, actors access, like the amount of like access that we have to the internet that back in the day you wouldn't be able to. Like you have so many different things to help you and to propel you, and like even backstage it's like nice to find like other smaller things if you're just starting, and like but it's hard to definitely stay optimistic sometimes, but it's all about where you put your energy to.
Right. I saw this, I was scrolling, and I love when I end up brain rotting on like manifestation pages.
That's always so
you
good.
Start and you're like, okay, this is like what it's feeding me right now. What am I going through? That my phone knows that I need some help right now. There was this quote or this guy talking about how obviously it's really easy to go negative and like or overthinking. I'm an overthinker, chronic overthinker, where I'm like, okay, well, this is what's going to happen. And then I go through the whole thing. But you can also put that exact amount of overthinking into what if it works out? Like, what if it does work out? And that's also the exact same brain functioning going on in a positive way. And it's just healthier.
Yeah, it really is. It's a lot healthier. Stress causes so many issues, and it's important to, de-stress yourself.
For sure.
Do things to help with that.
I know. It's so hard. So being an actress and working in this space since you were 8, do you face a lot of criticisms? How does that work for you?
I mean, I don't think I faced much criticism. I feel like the most criticism that I face is maybe like getting into the verts, but it's from other actors and actresses, and like them being like, oh, you're doing verticals. Like the other night I met,
oh my God.
I know.
No, like literally.
I met this, I was with my friend.
I'm dead.
Her name's Eloise Gordon. She does verts as well. Sarah Donnelly. We were all just kind of chilling. And these like 2 drunk people come up and they're like, hey, we're your neighbors. Can we come say hi? And we were all just like, okay. Well, this drunk lady starts going off on us about how, because she's like, oh, what do you guys do? What do you guys do? And we're like, oh, we're in acting, like we do stuff. And she's like, oh, cool, but I hate the verticals, like they're terrible, they're not real. And we were like, girl, number one, you got the wrong audience.
Yeah, you in the wrong room, sis.
And we were all just like, okay, number one, have you worked in the past like 3 years at all? Because the amount of opportunities that verticals give to people, at least just starting out, or like there are so many jobs being filled with these verticals that like regular, SAG stuff, like they just haven't had for like the past 3 years. And also like the platforms, like we get just so many opportunities from these, and they're fun storylines. We get to travel. I've been to like 2 different countries for this. Like it's the opportunity, the being like having that experience on set when, in a time where not a lot of people are able to work, like it's so awesome. And I'm just like, for you to like down anybody's job is just a terrible thing.
Any job, whatever it is. It's like, girl, life is hard enough.
Yeah,
that's so just such a perfect example of like she's miserable or we insecure.
All were like, oh, we hope that she's okay.
Yeah, I hope she gets through whatever she's going through.
Her friend who was with her, he was just like, like he knew she was going on.
Maybe she didn't get booked on when she auditioned for her.
I don't know what it is, but it's also about like there's no reason to spew out hate or spew out negativity towards anybody else when like we're all just humans on this world where nobody knows what the right thing is to do on earth. Like there's no reason to be mean. There's no reason to to put down anybody. I think she was just, miserable with herself.
Yeah.
And it's like, I would never do that about anything. I think verticals are great. They're a different type of content. It's new. It's just starting, like at least over here. And we're still figuring it out.
And it's also a job.
And it's a job. In an economy where it's not easy to work, not many people are able to live in Los Angeles. And I'm very thankful that I'm in a position where I'm financially stable, because that's a whole other thing. When I moved out here when I was 18, I lied to my mom. I told her I was babysitting. I was not babysitting. Oh my gosh. This was like 6 years ago. I wanted to. So this is when COVID was just about just starting. My roommate dropped out of our college in Kentucky and went out to LA, came out here. She was a dancer. And she was like, just come out. Our college is closing. Yeah. So I dropped out.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's
Did you tell your parents?
I did tell them, but I didn't tell them I dropped out. They're going online.
Yeah, COVID.
And I have this opportunity to move to LA. And also I was in the industry for a while. And so my mom was like, okay, cool. As long as you promise, you're good. Because I also have always been kind of self-sufficient. I'm thankful, I had a Coogan account growing up until I was 18. But when I moved to LA, I just got wrapped up in some really bad things, some underground things. I started to just lose myself. I ended up spending over $60,000 in 4 or 5 months.
It can happen so fast.
It happens so quick. I just got so caught up in the wrong people with the wrong life. And I will never forget, I was in Santa Monica. It was sunset. I had a hammock. I was called my mom and I was like, Mom, I need to just tell you, I've had negative 200 in my bank account back and forth for the past 2 months. I don't think I can be out here. And also at this time I was having problems with my roommate because she had some mental health issues. And I just remember being in these places and I was like, is this when the police, the day that the police are going to come in and arrest me? I was just doing really bad stuff with underground things. And so it was terrible. And so it took so much to finally call her and tell her the truth. Yeah. And even when I did call her, I didn't tell her the full thing. But she's the most amazing woman I know. And so she was like, all right, we will get you home. You will be okay. Yeah. And so I was so thankful for that. But that is something that that's a lesson that I'm glad I learned when I was 18. Yeah. I will never put myself in those kind of, I don't know. I learned a lot. Yeah. And I'm thankful that I learned it then. And now I'm 25. I'm older. I have a better head on my shoulders from it. Very financially stable because I'm very frugal now.
Yeah. Safe girl. She loves writing in her journal. She does her little acting and hikes. Healthy girly.
I try to. But yeah, that was a crazy time. And so I left California. I was like, I never want to be in this industry again. Yeah. I hate this industry. It just took me into the worst things. And for a while I didn't. I got married. I had a whole life when I was with him. I lived in Kentucky because I met him in college before I moved out to LA. Okay. So we ended up getting a house, having a dog.
Wow. Oh my God, you did the whole thing.
I wanted to be a wife. I still want to be a wife. Yeah. I'm a wifey. I like that. I like that kind of stuff. But
it's hard to meet a guy.
That's a whole other thing. But
guy,
it is.
Girl, everybody.
I thought he was perfect. I thought he was great.
They always do that, don't they?
They always do. And then I ended up finding out he was planning a whole life behind my back.
Shut up.
He went on a boys trip to Hawaii.
Oh.
And the boys trip was him and his guy friend meeting up with these 2 girls that they had been talking to. And so I had no idea until...
How did you find out?
So the first, a month before this happened, I was going through his phone. Because mind you, also my family...
You had the energy. You could feel it.
I could feel it. He started to want to do his own groceries, wanted to do his own laundry, all this other crazy stuff.
You're who the hell want to do that own laundry?
And so I just was all right, what's going on? I looked on his phone one day when he was showering. Because also, mind you, my family, we ended up getting him a phone, putting him on our phone plan because he was from Turkey. And so he was here on a student visa. And so we had gotten married because I didn't tell anybody either. I didn't tell my parents or anything.
Oh my gosh.
Only our friends were 2 witnesses because I was young and dumb and I was
and in love.
I was in love. I was I want you to stay here with me.
No, I know. Of course I'll just marry you. We're gonna be together for the rest of our life anyway.
And we were together for 2 years before that, so I was it should be fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and so then I was I found some things. I was all right, I'm giving you this opportunity to remove these people. It'll be fine, if you do, and we work on ourselves. Then a month later, he goes on this Hawaii boys trip. He comes back, and my mom had just gotten to our house from Pennsylvania. Like, she drove over. And so she's sleeping in our bedroom, and we were going to sleep on the couch. This man's fell asleep on the couch. I come back out. I'm literally spooning next to him, and I'm like scrolling on his phone as he's behind
dead.
me.
Yeah, you're just like.
And I go, and there's like over 700 deleted messages from this one girl. And I start looking through it, and it's like him like planning a whole life with her. She was from Canada, and they were like planning a whole life together. I literally just go back to my mom and I show her everything, and then I'm like, all right, I'm kicking him out of the house. I'm like, this is my house.
Yeah, bye.
And so I literally go in the living room. I flick on the lights, and I'm like, what the F is this?
Yes.
And he literally rises, and he's like, and I'm like, and he's like, why do you have my phone? And I'm like,
oh my God.
your phone, the one that I bought you, that I pay for every month?
Oh my God. Also, not him doing this on the phone that you pay for.
Yes.
Bitch.
It was the craziest thing ever. And
Did he leave?
I kicked him out that night, and he did not go back in our house. I kept our dog, Dumont. I love him so much. He's at home in Pennsylvania. We have like a farm in Pennsylvania.
Cute.
So like he gets to live out his good doggy days.
Dumont's
on the
doing
farm.
well.
He's doing great. And I get to see him whenever I'm home and stuff, which is nice. But he also keeps my mom company, which is good. But yeah, so I was just like, you need to leave. And that was the last time he was in that house. I packed all of his stuff, put it outside for whenever he wanted to come and get it. And then that prompted me. I sold every single thing that I owned. I cut my hair to here. I cut 18 inches off of it.
Oh my gosh, it's so long too.
And
Wow.
well, this was like 3 years ago.
Did it feel good to like chop it?
It felt so good, but I sold everything I owned. I had a backpack and like one other bag, and I traveled abroad for like a year and a half. And
Where'd you go?
I went to like France mostly. I did a lot of like volunteer work.
Oh,
It's
cool.
called Workaway.
Uh-huh.
So I did all of that in France, and I just like would go down and like just to different homes, and I like just traveled. And I love landscape architecture, so I was doing that a little bit and like helping them out with that wherever I would live. But yeah, it was such a dark time before I left, like when everything was just happening, and I was like, this is like 3 years of my life that I've built, and now it's like gone down
and
the
like
drain.
lied to.
But one thing that I always remember is like the last day of like when we were signing our divorce papers, we walk out, and he's like, well, do you want like one last hug? And I was like,
ew.
I was like, no, thank you, bye. And I just like turned around.
Daddy.
Because I'm like, who do you think you are? No, I don't want a hug from you. You just like,
was he like,
it.
oh.
He was just like, I don't know. I turned around and I walked away.
Yeah, you never look back.
Never look
Girl,
back.
never look back.
Don't look back. But so that was,
my
dark.
God.
But we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
through it. You know, I did that in France, and then I started running out of money again. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, well, what do I do? I don't know if I want to model again. Like, I hate that industry.
Uh-huh.
But I'm running out of money.
Right.
I'm in a different country.
What can I do?
What can I do? Yeah. So I got back, and my dad, he travels for work. He does like construction. So I was staying with him down south while he was working, and I was just waitressing at like a golf course, like club thing. And I was like, this doesn't really feel fulfilling to me still. Like, I love talking to people. I love yapping.
Yeah.
As you guys can probably tell me yapper.
Loves the yap sesh.
But yeah, so I was like, this isn't fulfilling to me, but I don't want to go back to modeling. And then that's when I started to, I don't know, I was just doing little things here and there for money. And I met somebody who got me in contact with my manager out here. And then the whole thing kind of started with that because I was like, all right, if I don't want to do modeling, acting would be fun. Like, I want to do something more where I can be sad, I could be scary, I could be emotional, I could do all this
and you
stuff.
have a deep well.
Yeah. So
You do.
thanks.
She does.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I was just like, let me try that.
Yeah.
And then I booked my first vertical back in like April of last year. And
Yeah.
it's been good ever since, but it's definitely not easy, and every day we go through struggles.
Absolutely.
But yeah, there was some times where I was just like, what do I do? I don't know what I want to do or what
It's
I'm feeling
hard.
fulfilled doing.
Honestly, even I feel like when you do have a path that's like working, it's still sometimes you're like questioning it. You're like, is this actually what I'm meant to be doing? Like, do I fully enjoy this? Is this right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's
and
really hard
in
to
this
know.
space too, like coming back to the verticals with like when you get some of these scripts and you're like, what?
Oh my God. I know. It's like, I have to beat
What?
everybody. Like, I am so mean,
Yeah.
you know, like I am.
But you have to.
abusing
Going back to
everybody.
boundaries, it's like you need to set these boundaries. Like I've had conversations with people where I'm like, no, I'm not doing this, and like they push and they push and they push, and I'm like, you're gonna have to find another girl. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not comfortable with this. And luckily, like I feel like we're you know, we have been in this long enough where we are comfortable with that. But like when you're just starting out, it's very scary, and you don't want to be like, say, blacklisted.
Okay, I have a question for you to give some advice for our fans. So back when we were talking about like the ex-Turkish piece of shit, like that's a painful discovery.
Yeah.
That's your husband.
Yeah,
that you thought you were gonna have a life with, and it changed.
Yeah.
Yet you're still so true to like, I'm not hugging you.
Yeah.
Get out, bitch. You talking about it, it's like, oh wow, yeah, she's just like super powerful. But you were probably going through a lot of like sadness during that too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How do you actually follow your boundary and stand up for yourself in those moments?
No, yeah, that was hard, because also I met him when I first went to college. I actually met him through the friends that I met at college, like our freshman year. He was on like the diving team, and I was like in the same dorm as all
the
of
diving team.
I know. It was so random.
No, for sure. He was on the diving team. I get it. Swimmer.
Yeah. But no, it was funny because like I met all of those friends, and then they like, it was such a meet cute too. Like the first time like, we met was like in the first day of like the new semester. It was like I was with all of like the divers that I had known in like my dorm, and then he like comes in, starts walking up the stairs, and I was like, and then he like knows all of them and starts sitting down. And so it was such a cute.
This is like actually a real short.
It really was. I have a lot of life things that I'm like, one day I will write these into scripts.
Oh my God, you should.
Into something. But yeah, no, it was great at first, and then it was hard because when all this was going down, our friend group, like it was us, like we were a big friend group, you know, and we were like mom and dad.
Yeah.
And so when this happened, I struggled because it was like people, you know, were picking sides
of
kind of,
course.
and not even picking sides, but it was just like, I didn't really tell them what happened at first, and everybody was kind of confused. And then, because like he had went over to their place, like some of the guys right
like,
after.
Slept there.
And so I feel like he kind of not got to them first, but kind of told them first. And I was like, guys, the proof is in his phone. Like,
literally.
He's a POS. And so I don't know, I kind of felt a little resentment for that friend group for a while too, because I was like, guys, like this was the worst thing that you can do to somebody, and you're still friends with him, and like you're okay with him. Like that honestly hurt more than like him.
Right.
Like him doing it.
The betrayal of the like friend.
Yeah, because it was like, there's like 20 of us. Like we would always have like Thanksgivings together, Christmases together. Like it was a big family. And then so it felt like, just like hard knowing that they were still comfortable with him. They were still friends with him. And it's like, it is what it is, but I just, felt like sad from that.
Yeah.
But then instead of being sad, I started to get mad, and I was like, boy, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve me. It's not fair. I don't deserve this. And then that's when I started to get mad, and I was like, all right, I can either sit here, wallow, be sad for like a year or two, or I can be like, all right, we got a shift in life.
Yeah.
We have new opportunities. We can do new things.
It wasn't meant for you.
It wasn't meant for me. We will get through this. It's going to make me stronger in the end, and this isn't going to be the thing that takes me down. So
yeah.
But it was definitely hard for a while.
Oh yeah.
But we got
I feel like that's a really good trick almost on yourself. If you're sad going through something, which is a normal emotion, if you can change it a little bit, if you're kind of like viewing yourself as maybe a friend or something, if your friend was going through this, how would you want them to act?
Yeah.
Act like that.
Yeah, exactly. True. Take a step back out and look at things from a different perspective for a second, and then go back into it and be like, all right, here's what we can do.
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I. Here's what we can do.
Yes, exactly.
The collective
and my
within
brain
me.
with all my selves and personalities. Which one are we today?
And that's also another thing too, with like acting and being all these different characters.
Oh God, I know. I'm like literally
especially
10
being
humans.
like doing villain characters. I can only imagine how like hard it is like to. I just feel like it's crazy.
Okay, I will say this. Actually, I'm pretty good about once I rap, like becoming myself again.
True, yeah.
But the hardest thing is on set. So, okay, you guys all know my characters or other villains and what they're like. They're pretty insane and intense. I have a hard time if I'm doing a crazy villain scene and then it's like, okay, we're cutting, and then it's like somebody's like talking to me. It's not that I'm like, but I'm like not myself.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times people on set will like forget that I'm playing a character almost, where it's like, oh no, like she's not like Sarah right now. eating humans and doing crazy
the most random things.
And so sometimes I feel like I have to overcompensate and I have to be like, hi, like
which
really,
can also be draining too. A lot.
and it is because I feel like people will just look at me and assume I'm bitchy or villainy or mean because of the way I look, because of my characters, because of the personality type.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I have to do extra work of proving that I'm not that. And that gets exhausting for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But once I'm wrapped, a lot of times I disassociate in the car where I'm just like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, I just drove. That seems illegal.
I know, like, it's like, oh, wait, home already? I don't
I'm like,
remember
wait,
the road
I
for the
literally
last
should
hour.
not be driving right now.
No, I feel
Do you know
you.
what I mean? After
I
a
know.
shoot, you're just like,
Yeah. No, it's like I am staring at the road, but I haven't.
there's
been
nothing
looking.
behind those eyes. Okay, so obviously we talked so much about boundaries, mental health, just what we go through as humans existing in the world. If you could leave your fans with anything today, what would you say and how to do it, how to achieve it? Go off.
Okay. I guess going on the theme of what we've been talking about today is just stay true to yourself, your morals, your boundaries. You know, you are the only person that is yourself in this world.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the only person that stays with yourself your entire life. And so it's important to make sure that you are comfortable in any capacity, whatever you have to do, and that you're happy and proud of yourself for doing it. And you don't look back and you're like, that's the worst feeling, you know. It's very important to set those boundaries and have those morals, and it's okay to be different. Everybody can have different morals and different boundaries, but whatever is true to you, keep that, and don't let, especially this industry, if you're in it, change you, because they will try, and it's important to stay true to yourself. We want unique individual people, and you don't need to get shuffled into, you know, a system. And so stay true to yourself.
I needed this today. Don't dim your light for anybody.
Precisely.
All right, Real Talk fans, I love you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.